So, thought it'd be interesting to share my treadmill sessions since I want to go walking. In fact, there's a walking track right across the highway out here, and I could just walk right over there and walk back. But I never know when my leg is going to give out. With this thing, when my leg starts giving out, I start feeling it either not walking right or extreme pain on my skin. I could just turn this thing off and go in there and take my leg off, or at least put it up. But that's why I like this. But it was a little bit freaky. I think I've been on a treadmill before. I don't remember. It's basically you get on there, hit the start button, and it starts rolling. And I didn't know pace. You got a pace button here. You can go really slow and really fast. I've never really turned it up. But I was kind of surprised the other day with the first session. I was like, wow, this works pretty good. Only problem I've got is all these handles are down way too low. Weird that everything's not made for a giant, but I would also say, well, this shit should be adjustable, I think. But I guess the manufacturer didn't think that. So what I've been doing is actually putting this down and just kind of holding it and seeing how far I can get like that. I think that's kind of interesting. But let's go ahead and start it up. And I'm trying to keep my posture the way I feel like it should be, but there is some shifting. I'm fat, and it's not like I didn't have a wobble before, and everybody tells me I had a pretty bad limp from my last crash, but I feel like this is pretty good. But I'm also going to share this with my friend who's been giving me tips. She's an OT, she's an actual professional therapist. And she's been giving me tips, and I was going to send this film to her. Oh, I can't look backwards and walk, so apparently that's impossible. I'll bump it up a little bit. The good thing about this is it has a graph up here, and you can track how far you've walked. Like my first day the other day, I did a quarter mile, and I had no idea. I'm going to see if I can do a quarter mile again today, but I've already been on the leg doing all kinds of stuff this morning, so may not happen. We shall see. I don't know, what do y'all think? I stumble a little bit, but I think that's a little bit more about balance than anything else. And I know I should be shifting my weight somehow, because that's what my prosthetic guy said, is you're shifting your balance and your weight each time you take a step. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And I was like, yeah, and in my mind, I know probably how I should walk. But even before, when I had a limp, I could make myself walk better. But it was either a mental thing, a pain. I'm not really sure what triggered my limp, but it was always like, yeah, it's easier to walk like this. You know, it wasn't profound, but it was enough to see that I had an injury. My titanium insert. Anyway, see if we can get to a quarter of a mile. That'll give lots of data points for Carla, my friend. So yeah, this is my favorite way to exercise right now, because it's something I can get into easily and get out. It's something I can get into easy and get out of easy, where I'm not at the gym and I just get worn out. I can't move and I can't get back to my car. I can step off this and step in there to the couch and I don't have to worry about it. But I'm at like an eighth of a mile. I'm going to try to get a quarter of a mile now. Let's see how that goes. And it starts off, well, actually it started off where I started off earlier, I think, at that point. I think one of my biggest problems, other than pain and discomfort, is the balance thing. Because I think maybe when I smacked my head, I lost more than a few brain cells. I think I lost a little bit of sense of balance. Because even on crutches, I lose my balance. I'm horrible on crutches. And I've been on crutches many times in my life, and I'm not that bad. And meaning not that bad, I'm like pretty good. Just being on crutches in one leg, I lose my balance all the time, and luckily I'm pretty quick and I can go boom, boom, and step backwards. But yeah, I think that's one of my biggest issues, other than the fact I'm missing a leg, is balance. And I don't know if it's going to make it into the film, but I turned around to talk to the camera so the camera could hear me, and lost my balance. I did that a couple of times. It's kind of like holding your head up, looking at the sky, for me at least. This is starting to hurt. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, but I am walking somewhat normally, and I've been trying to keep in my mind where the pain is, how much effort I'm putting into every day, so I don't wear my leg out, so I can come home during the day and not be worn out so much that I can't do anything on my leg at night. But that's kind of where I've been. At least 3 days now I've done that. Not in a row, because I kind of took a half day yesterday because I wanted to avoid it, because I spent a lot of energy walking yesterday morning. Like I have this morning, I spent a lot of energy, so I don't want to overdo it. But I don't know what that point is. I'm still clueless. All I know is I go to sit down at some point when I get tired, and I try to get up. It's like, oh, this hurts. This hurts. And yeah, I don't know when that point is, but I'm getting pretty close to that point now. But I'm also getting very close to the quarter mile thing, and I want to go ahead and finish my quarter mile. So it's real easy to gauge. It's really hard to gauge around that track. I know that it's a lap and a half, I think, is a mile, but I don't know where. It's hard to gauge, and it's a hell of a commitment. You get out there, you got to get back, or you got to call somebody to come help you. Hey, can you bring me crutches, wheelchair, taxi? Can I get an Uber? Yeah, I just live right across the street over there. Anyway, I just thought a lot of you guys would find this interesting, because I am walking, and every step seems to be getting slightly more painful, which is why once I hit quarter mile, which is probably just a few more steps, I'm going to have to end this puppy, because I don't want to overdo it. I may be able to change my brakes today. My brother helps me, otherwise everything's locked in the basement and I can't get to it because the stupid garage door guys locked the basement door. They ordered the wrong parts, and we can't lift the door, so the door's in place until Monday, which fucks both of us. We both had plans coming out of the garage this weekend. Anyway, maybe I can get that done here shortly. If I don't fall on my ass because I lose my balance. I mean, it's not just this leg, it's this foot. It's all the muscles in my body that have been atrophying for the past 4 months. And that's going to be a video right there. The word of the day, kids. All right, I'm done. Yeah, a little bit more than a quarter mile. Feels like it too. Damn. I'm whooped. And it's not just being on the treadmill. I've been humping it this morning all over the place. You gotta peek.